Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for game 2 here on this Sunday. It is, what is it? Who's playing tonight? Pippy Fan Club versus Pippy the Ghoul tonight. It will be El Nubarino versus Dead Fred. We'll take a look at the standings real quick. Pippy the Ghoul in 4th place right now. They won their first week game. Pippy Fan Club in 5th place. They also won their first week game. 3 points a pop. However, Pippy the Ghoul won 2-0, so they have a TD diff of +2. That gives them the advantage and puts them into 4th place. We'll take a look at these rosters right now. Let's see. Who do we have? I love this roster. We got Britney Spears, we got Christina Aguilera, we got Fiona Apple, Avril Lavigne, all the pop stars you could want here on the Pippy's Fan Club. We're in someone's house tonight. Whose house? Pip's house. 11-man roster here tonight. Full lineup for El Nubarino. He's got 2 TRRs, 1 Apothecary, 3 Fan Factor. This is a Lizardman team, as you can see. SP Beaver says we need another draw tonight. That'd be cool. I'd like a loss. I'd like someone to lose. But it's all good. Mariah Carey, the number 7 Saurus, has leveled up, picked up the block skill. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Sauruses. That's the most you can have on a Lizardman team. One of them has the block skill. That's a good pickup. The Croxagore is the big guy. Bjork, the big gal, I should say. Bjork has Mighty Blow, has Prehensile Tail, and a massive strength of 5. The Skinks are all that's left. 4 of them are on this lineup. One of them is Britney Spears. Britney Spears leveled up to pick up Sidestep. Sidestep's a great skill. Sidestep says when you get pushed back on a block, you don't have to be pushed back. You can be pushed to the side, you can be pushed forward, and it's you who chooses where you go, not the attacker. So very good skill on a player with dodge, very good skill on a player with high MA that effectively increases their MA to staggering levels if they get a number of pushes. Not so trusty Patches says, let's see some squished skinks. I'm down. I'm more than happy to see that. Tonight, they'll be going up against Dead Fred's team, Pippy the Ghoul. This is a Necro team. Also an 11-man roster, 3 TRRs, 1 Fan Factor, and of course, the Necromancer. When you are a Necro team, you're not allowed to have an Apothecary. Instead, you get a Necromancer. That means most of your players have regen. If they take an injury, there's a 50-50 shot that they'll be fine, that they won't actually take the injury. Also, if you kill an opposing player with a strength of 3 or less, they will come back on your team as a zombie. The Necromancer will raise them from the dead, and it'll be a player for your team. Necro team, the important players to look out for, the 2 Flesh Golems, B.A. Baracus and Mr. Rogers. Strength of 4 each, they have Stand Firm. And the Werewolf, Balky Bartakamus here. He has Claws, he has Frenzy, massive MA of 8, decent strength, decent agility, and decent armor as well. Very powerful player. MacGyver the Ghoul leveled up, took up block. He has block and dodge. That means there's only 1 face on the block die that'll knock down MacGyver. And then the 2 whites are the standard blitzers. They also have regen, of course. How are these 2 teams going to face off against each other? What are they going to do? Well, we've got the Lizardmen, right? The Lizardmen are going to do what Lizardmen do. The Lizardmen are at 1100 TV right now. The Necro team's at 1030. That's 70k in inducements that are going to go to Dead Fred. He could pick up a Bloodvisor Babe for that. How much does he have in the bank? He has 60k in the bank, so he has lots of options here for his inducement phase, right? So with 70k plus 60, that's 130k that he can potentially put into this game. He's probably not going to spend all of that, but he could spend some of that. For 150k, he can get a wizard. He can get a wizard, a sneaky wizard hiding in the stands. For 100k, you can pick up a Wandering Apothecary. For 100k, you can pick up a bribe. Probably not going to pick up a bribe. He can pick up some extra team training. For 100k, you get an extra TRR. I don't think he needs it. He has 3. 3's plenty. He might want 4. If he wants 4, not a problem. The Bloodwiser Fabes are 50k a pop. He could pick up a couple of those if he wanted. They give you a +1 on your knockout roll. If you're knocked out, you have a chance of coming back onto the pitch at the beginning of the next drive, and they help you out with that. They help you pass that roll. So lots of options for him here. The inducement phase will be very, very interesting. I wish we could see it in BB2, but you can't. So we'll see what he ends up picking. But yeah, the Lizardmen team is just going to try to beat up this Necro team. That's all they do, right? They've all this strength. You 6 players with a strength of 4. That is insanity. And then you still have a player with a strength of 5. Sure, their AG is low. Sure, they can get tied up, and that's an important part of a strategy against a Lizardman team. But man, if they have blocks to take, they're going to take them. And you can see he's got a block skill on Mariah Carey here. That's really tough, right? If you go down in players early, you're going to lose. So El Nubarino here, he's going to coach this team. He's going to cage up on offense, open up holes, take every block he gets, push that cage down the pitch. On defense, he's still pretty okay. You can see this is still a fast team, and this is really what makes Lizardman such a good team in Blood Bowl. Lots of speed, lots of strength. They just don't really have a lot of AG. So on defense, he's not really going to sweat it either. He has lots of options on defense. He can go man-to-man, especially with all this strength. He'll probably do that, honestly. He could go zone if he wants to. He could screen him out if he wants to. He has lots of choices. Really, it's going to come down to Dead Fred and how he decides to play the game. The way he plays is how I think El Nubarino will react. It's going to be up to Dead Fred to set the stage tonight as to how this game is going to be played. He's got the 2 flesh columns. He needs to use that high strength and make killer marks. SP Beaver says those flesh columns must go. Must they? He has to make critical marks. He can do that with the flesh columns. The flesh columns stand firm, so they can also eat up spaces on the pitch. Stand firm means that if you get pushed on a block, you don't have to get pushed. You can stay right where you are, and that's great for area control on the pitch. And the werewolf is important too. The werewolf with claws and frenzy means that if he blitzes, he is a killer. He's going to get, hopefully you get a 2-die block on your first block of the blitz, and then if that fails with a push, you get a frenzy follow-up with 2 more dice. That's really what you're looking for with the werewolf. If the werewolf can get the ball, he's got a lot of speed. He's got decent stats to hold on to that ball. These 3 players are the ones to look out for. These 3 players, B.A. Baracus, Mr. Rogers, and Balky Bartakamus, these are the ones that are going to decide how this entire game goes. How Dead Fred chooses to use them is going to determine how El Nubarino decides to react, and that will determine the pacing and the structure of tonight's game. It'll be a very exciting game to see. Both teams currently undefeated, still early in the competition, but I'm looking forward to this one, man. So I think both players are not quite ready in Discord yet. There's another game going on right now. It is the who's playing currently? It's Irish Wristwatch versus Dead Man's Party. That's Wenger versus Malik. Both teams in 7th place currently. They're playing their game right now. It'll be streamed tomorrow. It'll be a replay stream. Replay streams are about half as long as a live stream. We don't know how that game is going. I wish I did. But that's bound to be an interesting one as well. That's Underworld versus Necro. Those are 2 very tricky teams to play, especially at low TVs. So I'm eager to see how that one's going. But tonight, man, oh boy, if El Nubarino gets his way, it's going to be a bloodbath. That's what he's looking for. Necro is really tricky to play, in my opinion. Dead Fred played it very well in week 1. We'll see if he can keep that going here in week 2. He only has 1 werewolf, unfortunately. But that might be fine, right? He's supplemented that 1 werewolf with 2 whites. The whites aren't bad. Right? If we look at the whites, they're the blitzers, but they still have an MA of 6. And look at this. Everybody's super strong except for the Ghoul. Everybody's super resilient, except for the Ghoul. The Ghoul has an AV of 7, but that's fine. He's block and dodge. So we could see Dead Fred try to lure El Nubarino to take some blocks. Maybe take some less than ideal blocks. Maybe he tries to lure El Nubarino into going man-to-man in a disadvantageous way. That's really what we mean when we talk about how Dead Fred's going to set the pacing here tonight, and he's going to set the stage for how this game's going to go. It looks like both coaches are now into Discord, so they're probably going to get started. It'll take a little bit of time while Dead Fred determines what inducements he's going to bring. He's got 1 fan factor versus El Nubarino's 3 fan factors. So El Nubarino's got the fan advantage that will most likely mean that he'll have the fame advantage. Your fan factor, this is basically how many fans you have, how popular you are. This score can go up when you win games and can go down when you lose games. But before a game, you take your fan factor, you add a die roll, a d6 roll to it, and you both teams do that, and then you compare the final number. Whoever has the higher number gets what's called the fame advantage. They'll get a +1 fame advantage. If you get more than double what your opponent scores, then you'll have a +2 fame advantage. And the fame is will help you out on various kickoff results on the kickoff event table. So that advantage currently in El Nubarino's favor. It doesn't mean he's going to get it, but so far he's got a 3-to-1 advantage in fans. He's got the Apothecary to keep these fragile skinks alive. 2 TRRs is really the weakness of this roster. Only 2 TRRs. If Dead Fred can leverage that, again, when we talk about sort of goading out the man-to-man coverage or goading out the less than ideal blocks or blitzes, if Dead Fred can goad that out of El Nubarino and get him to spend his TRRs early, that'll set up Dead Fred very, very well for the half. Looks like both teams are in the inducements phase now, so we'll start seeing if they're ready to go. Actually, I should see what their names are. I should double check. Let's double check. Let's head on over to Cabal TV. And so currently the inducement phase is underway. They'll probably be done any minute now. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this inducement phase ends up. There's lots and lots of options here for Dead Fred. Again, he can dip into his treasury. He's got a lot of money in his treasury. He's got 60K. That can go a long way. He probably won't, but we'll see. We'll see what he wants to do. Inducement phase still underway. Yeah, the final game is currently underway. It'll be streamed tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And that's a Necro versus Underworld match. I talked about it earlier, but I'm very, very excited for that one to see how that plays. When you have teams like Elves or Dwarves or Chaos or even Lizardmen, you know what you're in for. They're pretty by the numbers, I would say. That's not to say that there isn't a lot of agency with them, but you know what to expect with those teams. But Necro and Underworld are kind of wild cards, so having both of them face off against each other is bound to be interesting. But that's not what we're here to see right now. We're here to see Lizardmen versus Necro. And it looks like Pippy Fan Club is going to be on defense first. They did not get the fame advantage. It actually went to Dead Fred. So there you go. If we look at the die rolls, which I can't see for some reason. once the die roll log shows up, we can see how those rolls played out. 3-man line currently for El Nubarino here. He's got the 2 TRRs. Dead Fred ended up picking up nothing. Really? Really? Nothing with that inducement money? Huh. Very interesting. All right, well. 3-man line currently for Pip's Pippy. SP Beaver said, did he have to get any journeyman? I thought both teams were full up at 11. I don't see... Yeah, I don't see any journeyman on the pitch. Buffy says, did he have a 12-man lineup before? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure both teams started with 11 men. Ah, player in his reserve box. Good call. So he did pick up a journey. Wait. Did he pick up a journeyman? Tom the Dead. My peripherals are going nuts again. Oh God, what's happening? Oh boy, man, I tell you, these computers. I gotta figure out what's happening because that was rough. I just yanked everything out of the computer. My WASD keys don't work now. Not so trusty. Patches says, have you tried turning it off and on again? So we'll see if we can make do here. 3-man line for Pip's Pippy fan club. 4 linebackers, 3 defensive backs. 3-man line currently for Pippy the Ghoul. He'll be on offense. Let's go ahead and switch the view, which we can't do. Great. Great. I can't even click on anything. Weather changes to nice, it's gonna stay. And I can't click anything, so. Man, what a night. There we go. I have no idea what's going on. So we're just gonna kill the game and load it back up. Man, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I have no idea what's happening. A bad day for technology. So there's a bug in Blood. This isn't Blood Bowl 2's fault. This is my fault. But there's a bug in Blood Bowl 2 where if you kick out of it and come back in, sometimes it won't recognize keyboard inputs. And so when my peripherals die and I kick out to try to fix it and come back, well, and sometimes I can't do anything. All right, let's see what's going on now. All right, now we're back. Turn 1 for Pippy the Ghoul. Cliffy says, oh man, 4 players are already dead. We can see he advanced into the left wide zone. Picked up the ball with the werewolf. That's a good call. That werewolf is super fast and fairly resilient. He's going to try to cage up the werewolf. He's going to put some tackle zones in front of the werewolf. And that'll be it. Turn 1. So it looks like he didn't take any blocks. Decided to tie up some players. You can see good use of this flesh column to tie up these 2 sources. They'll take a 2-die block coming back. No, they won't. It'll be a 1-die block coming back because of the white here, the greatest American hero. A pretty good offensive turn here for Dead Fred and Pippy the Ghoul. There we go. Now we can get the camera on the right side. And now Pippy Fan Club. They've got some blocks to take on the line. 2-die block on the right side of the line first. This will be a good block. Good hit. First hit of the game. That was against George Jefferson. He's not moving on up today. It looks like he moved on down, unfortunately. 2-die block at the center. On the center. This will be a good hit. So he shifted the Sarses to the right. He's not going to get the block on Cliff Clavin. Life is saying Croxagore blitz. Maybe, but if you're going to blitz with Croxagore, I'd probably save that for later in the turn. Yeah, 2-die block over the right side of the pitch. This is against the number 3 white. Good block. And he'll set up for a surf here. He'll follow up with this Saurus. Well, we'll see if he follows up with the Saurus. He can keep the Saurus, yeah, staying put to lend an assist against this flesh column. And that's exactly what he's going to do. 2-die block, he's only going to get a push out of it. But now, yeah, that's that stand firm skill we were talking about. Mr. Rogers here got pushed. He decided to use stand firm, so he doesn't actually have to get pushed at all. He stays right where he is. And yeah, there's the Croxagore blitz, and this is why you save it for later in the turn, because he failed the boneheaded roll. So now, not only is the blitz spent, but he is boneheaded, so he has no tackle zones. He's exerting no tackle zones here at center pitch until he passes his boneheaded roll in a future turn. 6 players left to do something with here for the Pippy Fan Club. Advances the 2 Sarses on the left side in the left wide zone here, or near the left wide zone, to tie up three players. Cliffy says plenty of Saurus there with tackle zones, so he's probably fine. Yes, indeed. Turn 2 for Dead Fred. Pretty measured game, or pretty measured first turn there. Cliffy said so many skinks just watching the game from the back. Indeed, they're just hanging out. I think Dead Fred really did try to goad some extraneous blocks out of El Nubarino to try to spend some of these TRRs, and El Nubarino just did not fall for it. Cliffy says the skinks are just cheering on the Sarses, but not bothering to get involved. They know what'll happen if they move forward. Number 6 zombie, Alex P. Keaton, he moves forward. Crosses the line of scrimmage, marks Mariah Carey. The white moves in to lend an assist against Mariah Carey. Could the cage be moving here where Mariah Carey is standing right now? SB Beaver says wise decision on the skinks part. He can get a 2-die blitz on Mariah Carey right now with the werewolf, and that'll put the werewolf into position. Needs to be careful that the werewolf doesn't move out of center of the cage there. He can also take it. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. Could have also taken it with the Ghoul. Gets a push. Here's the frenzy follow-up. Still a 2-die, or no, 1-die block. Yeah, 3 and 4. Spends the TRR. This works out. Wow. And so this is where we're talking about moving forward. He'll probably move one space back to get back into this cage. Unless the cage is supposed to be up here, but I doubt it. The problem with having the cage here is... yeah, he's going to do a half cage on the right sideline. That's a smart move. He'll fill it in with MacGyver. Good play here by Dead Fred. Yeah, the problem with setting up the cage here is that the Flesh Golem is marked by the Saurus. With a little bit of clever play, El Nubarino would be able to push back against this Flesh Golem, hopefully knock him down. He can stand firm, so he doesn't have to move. But then that could open up a slot to get in on the ball carrier. So good positioning by Dead Fred there. Just 6 seconds left for Pity the Ghoul. They're going to move a zombie. He's going to shamble down pitch, tries the GFI, fails. He's not going to have the TRR to spend, and he's stunned for his trouble. He's trying to mark that Saurus. Not going to work out. Turn 2 for the Pippy fan club. Hank the Ranger lowers the GFI failure rate from 900% to 99%, making it doable. Leffy says, I've found the best way to handle Sauruses is random fouls. 100% of the time it kills them. Hank the Ranger says, a little late on that, sorry. Yeah, well, maybe you help out Pip's Pippy fan club here. He's just going to take the first action blitz here on the half cage. It'll work out against MacGyver. He'll mark the werewolf and set up for a surf on MacGyver. Gets an excellent stun too. Well done. If he's not careful, that werewolf will be able to push back against the Saurus. It's currently 3 versus 4. He can make it 5 versus 4 unless El Nubarino protects the Saurus. He might even just want to take the 1-die block. He's skilled. 2-die block, back at the line of scrimmage. Clean hit against George Jefferson. Lifeface asks, will the Skinks move this turn? I don't know. We'll see. I have to imagine they will. Hank the Ranger says, I can't wait to see how MacGyver gets himself out of this one. Ah, yes. In the next episode of MacGyver, we'll see how he gets out of this pickle. Currently finds himself surrounded by Fiona Apple and Mariah Carey. Look how fast these Skinks are. Christina Aguilera, she moves into the right wide zone. All the Skinks, all the defensive backs, they're shifting to the right. Leffy says, man, taking all these blocks before moving the Skinks seems risky. Indeed it does. Croxagore Bjork back in this, takes a block on the Flesh Golem, works out, gets a push on Punky Brewster. Will follow up, marks Punky Brewster with Lisa Loeb. And now over in the left wide zone gets a push on the number 8 zombie Urkel. SPB versus Werewolf pass to the other side of the pitch. I don't know. I don't know about that. Foul coming up on MacGyver. Gets 1 assist on the foul. Gets nothing out of it. Does not get called off the pitch. That foul didn't work. Not because of the die roll, because MacGyver engineered a crafty tool to prevent the foul from hurting him out of, I think it was paper mache and a toothpick. Turn 3 for Pity the Ghoul. They can take a positive dodge with the werewolf. They can also blitz. They don't want to blitz with the werewolf now because the frenzy follow-up will be negative. So that's risky. He can still go after Mariah Carey if he really wants to, but I think instead we're going to see a werewolf dodge. Maybe dodge to here. He can also reset the cage, but he's in a tough position to set up a full cage. And you can see El Nubarino has decided to go man-to-man here. He's got these Sauruses marking everybody 1-to-1. Using those skinks to lend assists to make some fouls. Dead Fred moving a zombie. Oh, is he going to try to blitz with the werewolf against the Saurus? Is that the plan? He's not going to get an assist from Alex P. Keaton due to the skink. Hank the Ranger says those skinks will swarm all over you if you aren't careful. Flaffy says, do any of his skinks have dirty play or sneaky gate or anything like that? Blitz on the number 2 skink in the backfield. He gets a push. He's thinking about spending TRR. I don't think he wants to. Yeah. Do they have sneaky git? I don't think so. Let's see. Nope. Nothing special on the skinks except the sidestep on Britney Spears. Good dodge by the werewolf. Moves him forward. Ooh, what's the play now? 30 seconds to go. How do you protect the werewolf? Oh, try to dodge. Failed the dodge. Is he going to spend the TRR? He is. He's down to 1 TRR for the half. He's failed the dodge again. The ball is going to be fumbled and scatter to the sideline. Decent scatter for Pippy the Ghoul, but El Nubarino and Pip's Pippy Fan Club can go after the ball now. Two-die block against Alex P. Keaton is going to be a good block. Hank the Ranger says, at least it didn't go out of bounds. Indeed, at least it didn't. Lifey says those skinks are going to be all over the ball. Yeah, I have to imagine they will. El Nubarino now deciding his action order. Who do you block down first? You have to go over that ball at some point. You still have your TRR. What blocks do you take first? What do you risk first before going after the ball? It was a skink down pitch. Avril Lavigne is going to be a receiver for this drive. He's hoping to get kick-started here. Blitz on George Jefferson. Ona gets a push. He's not going to follow up. He's going to free up this Saurus, Tori Amos, to move. But where does he go? He's going to mark the number 2 flesh column, Mr. Rogers. He's going to get a 2-die, or no, not a 2-die block. He's going to mark Mr. Rogers, so Mr. Rogers goes nowhere unless he takes a block and follows up. Failed pickup. He saved the TRR for the pickup, spends the TRR. Good pickup by the skink. He has no TRRs left. Where do you go with the skink? Do you pass now that you don't have a TRR? SP Beaver says pass. He doesn't have a TRR though. He had to spend it on the pickup. Do you move back into the cover of your fellow skink? Failed the GFI. And the ball fell into the hands of the forward skink. And now, Dead Fred has an opportunity to get this ball right back here. He's got to be careful. Lots of marks. Not a lot of players get on the skink. But he does have the zombie. The skink has a strength of 2. He can blitz with George Jefferson. But what do you do first? You've got a lot of players to stand up. Not so trusty Patches says lucky. Lucky indeed. That's a big part of Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl is a game of luck mitigations. That's what we were talking about in the previous turn. What action order do you take? Do you save that TRR for the ball pickup? Do you save it for something else? So when do you go after picking up that ball as opposed to taking risks on something else that might force you to spend your TRR and just to keep the drive alive? Wow, so he doesn't blitz with George Jefferson. In fact, moves George Jefferson strictly forward. He knows that the skinks are stunty and have dodge, so he didn't want to come in from this direction and give the skink an opportunity to go here. because he knows that Mr. Rogers would probably get blocked down on the next turn. Blitz with the werewolf, 2-die blitz, double skulls! I'll have to spend the TRR here. No more TRRs left. He's gonna get a push and a frenzy follow-up. He can surf the skink right here, and he's done it. Well done. And Avril Lavigne is injured on top of it. Good play by Dead Fred. Wow. What a play. And the ball gets thrown in all the way back down by the end zone for Dead Fred. So now that's not really all that advantageous. Dead Fred now needs to scurry players back here to pick up the ball, but he doesn't have the speed to do it. These Sauruses can outrun these zombies. What do you do? This is not good. Good play to surf the skink. Unfortunately, the ball got thrown back in well out of position. Hank the Ranger says, but the Sauruses can't pick up the ball. That's true. That's true. They have an AG of 1. They can only pick up on a 6. But they can certainly secure the ball. Leffy says, injure all the skinks and watch El Nubarino try for the rest of the game to pick up the ball. I mean, that's not a bad play. That's not a bad plan, honestly. Just 16 seconds left for Pippy the Ghoul. Dodges out a white. He's going to start pulling them back. Start working his way back towards this ball. 10 seconds left. Do you dodge zombies? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I think this might be it. Good Ghoul dodge by MacGyver. Got himself out of a sticky situation yet again. Final turn here of the first quarter. Pip's Pippy Fan Club. I have to imagine you block down the Flesh Golem B.A. Broctus. Maybe you blitz with Lisa Loeb. Just get toward that ball. Good block on number 7. These teams are fairly resilient other than the Skinks. The Ghoul also has an AV of 7. Yeah, there's that block against the Flesh Golem. He'll get a push out of it. That's all. Oh no! Stand Firm. Stand Firm comes into play. Not good enough. He's not going to be able to free up Lisa Loeb. Maybe take the blitz with Gwen Stefani instead. We'll see what he decides to do. Hank the Ranger says, I saw MacGyver pick up a drinking straw and napkin from the sideline while he was down. That cheater, that man, you can't give MacGyver a paperclip. Wow, KO on Balki Bartakamus. Well done. All tied up on the pitch now. Got KO'd. Yeah, you can't give MacGyver anything. He'll make a he'll make a death roller out of cardboard and chicken nuggets. So he's gonna take the blitz. Fair enough. Takes the 2-die blitz. He'll follow up. That'll free up the Saurus. Now he's gonna move towards this ball with Lisa Loeb after all. SP Beaver says, can there be an injury from the hit and another from the surf? No. Hank the Ranger, do werewolves have regen? Werewolves, I don't think have regen, no. 2-die block in the left wide zone is going to be a push. They do have regen. Yeah, they do. Not so trusty Patch says werewolves do. You are correct. Double skulls! Whoa! Double Skull spends the TRR. I don't know if I would have spent it. He decided to. He gets a push out of it. He wanted to keep the drive alive. No TRRs are left for the first half. SP Beaver says, can the Saurus pick up the ball next turn? Can the Saurus pick up the ball ever? It's the question. Can the Saurus pick up the ball all season? Really is the question you should be asking. Clive says, man, there's more surfing being planned here. Good block by the number 7 Saurus, Mariah Carey. A skink to move, and that'll be the turn. SB Beaver says, I think he needed to keep the player mark so he didn't get the ball. I think it was a good TRR. Fair enough. Hank the Ranger says both teams are in the fire now with no TRRs. Yes, they are. Action order is paramount at this point. They have a whole quarter to play with no TRRs. Britney Spears, the #1 skink, moves to the left wide zone. And that'll be it. Second quarter begins here. Dead Fred, Pity the Ghoul. What do you do? You have 3 prone players. Almost everyone else is marked. Moves the white down pitch. I'm coming for you, he says. The greatest American hero, believe it or not. Hank the Ranger says, pray to Nuffle? Clyface asks, where's that skink going? SB Beaver says, away from hits? Maybe. Ghoul moves forward. He's getting as many players down pitch as he can. MacGyver moves forward. A minute 10 to play here for Pity the Ghoul. Not Pity the Cool. Hank the Ranger says, do not GFI. Never GFI. Clyface asks if the Saurus is in scoring distance. Yes, the Sauruses have a speed of 6. So the #4 white, Roscoe P. Coltrane, he moves forward to mark the Saurus, the #6 Saurus, so that they will not move. 2-die block over in the right wide zone. Good block on the #5 Saurus, Tori Amos. Gets a stun. Pushes her toward the wide zone. SB Beaver says maybe that TRR was useless last turn. 30 seconds to play. What do you do? Fouling! The #3 skink, Fiona Apple, only gets a stun, gets called off for his trouble. George Jefferson, that's the end of his game today. Pippy fan club now. One-man player advantage for the Pippy fan club at the moment. Gets a push, and the #7 zombie way out here in the right wide zone. Do not block. Good block to surf the zombie. Hank the Ranger says George Jefferson is moving on up off the pitch. Moving on up to the east side of the pitch, where he's gonna sit in the reserve box for the rest of the game. Jewel, the #10 Saurus, marks the #4 white. He is going to go for a blitz to a ball pickup. Clean hit on the #4 white. Punch right in the jaw. Well, here we go. Failed pickup, and that'll be the turn. I mean, if you want to get this ball with the Saurus, you've got to spend all these turns trying. SB Beaver says, who could have guessed he would have a failure there? So to be clear here, he's got an AG of 1, an agility roll here in the rules being used in this game. It's called the Living Rulebook 6. They're not the most up-to-date rules. The most up-to-date rules will be used in Blood Bowl 3 coming out later this year. But in the current rules, the AG, your agility number, tells you the inverse of what you need to roll to succeed on an agility roll. So if you have an agility of, say, 6, then you need a 1+ to succeed. If you had an agility of 5, you would need a 2+ to succeed, and so on and so forth. with the caveat that 6s always succeed on rolls and 1s always fail on rolls. Now, a ball pickup roll is an agility roll where you get a +1 for picking up the ball and a -1 for any tackle zones that are in the space. So this pickup is a +1. He has an agility of 1, which normally would mean he needs a 6. But because it's a +1, it's as if he has an AG of 2. So it's a 5+ to pick up the ball. So it's not as bad as it seems. It's a 1/3 chance to pick up the ball. He's going to have 3 more turns to try, but Dead Fred really needs to stop him. Claffia says, get a recording saying failed pickup, or you're going to get a bit hoarse repeating it. Pip's Pippy fan club with the failed pickup. 35 seconds here in turn 6 for Pity the Ghoul. They move the number 5 zombie, Punky Brewster, down toward the ball. There's the pickup with MacGyver. MacGyver showing off his skills. Those are the rocket booster shoes that he made while he was off on the sideline. Dodges right back out. That's a Ghoul. He has the dodge skill. Claffy says, where are all the other skinks? Are they just down? Well, there's one way over in no man's land. I'm not sure what he's doing. Fiona Apple's down. I think one's off the pitch. Nope. It's a dodge push over in the right wide zone. The Ranger says, well, Fiona Apple's really lazy. So Dead Fred able to recover this ball here. He can still score this turn. Gonna try another foul attempt against this skink. Gets a KO out of it. Well done. Good foul. Does not get called off. The ref couldn't see it in between all of these players. All he can see are these massive Sauruses. He says, I saw nothing. Claffy says, there have been what, like 3 surfs already? Yes, indeed. Turn 6 now for Pippy fan club. How do they try to recover this ball? It's not their half, so if they score, it's a bonus. They really want to score. If they score, they'll be in great shape to try to win this game. They'll take a 2-die block against the number 4 white. What happens now? Is he going to take the block with Lisa Loeb, or is he going to make it a blitz with Lisa Loeb? MacGyver, the Ghoul, is a little bit faster than the Saurus. If the Saurus doesn't blitz, Lisa Loeb here will find herself left behind. No TRRs left, remember, so action order is critical. He's going to take a 2-die block, back up field. He gets a clean hit out of it against Cliff Clavin, the number 7 zombie. Good hit. Gets a stun. Well done. Blitz is still on the table. Has a block to take against the Flesh Golem at center pitch. Looks like he's going to do that right now. Nope. Moves the number 9 Saurus, Alanis Morissette down pitch to try to play some D against this Ghoul. There we go. The skink in the left wide zone. Number 1, Britney Spears, has sidestep. Comes back into this game. Oh no. Double skulls. Double both down results. Doesn't have the block skill, but the greatest American hero does. He's going to get the knockdown. That is great for Pity the Ghoul. Turn 7 now. Pity the Ghoul needs to end this turn in scoring position if they want to score. Currently, Alex P. Keaton is just shy of scoring position. He's 2 spaces away. But man, I think that's the only player that can threaten to score this turn. So he needs to do something with Alex P. Keaton. Maybe move him here. But then the Ghoul probably has to GFI to make that a safer throw. Oh, man, Risky, but we'll see what happens. The Ranger says the greatest American hero. He truly is great. Hank the Ranger says he could try to surf a skink. He could. He could. What's the plan? Are you going to try to score? If he wants to score, then the first thing he's going to do for sure is move the number 6 zombie down pitch. Number 6 zombie currently on the 10-yard line. .38 seconds to play. Cleffy says if he gets lucky and gets rid of all the skinks, this could be a heck of a half on offense for Pippy Fan Club. That's very true. There are a number of options here that Pippy the Ghoul can take. The problem is they have no TRRs to make anything safe. So they really have to make their decisions ahead of time, and they're running out of time to make decisions. Number 3, White, the greatest American hero, moves forward. 13 seconds left. What to do? 9 seconds. Are we going to see a pass? Are we going to see a pass right now? Or is it going to move the zombie down pitch? 2 seconds to go. Oh no, he moves the zombie forward. And that's it, turn 7. I don't think anybody can score. Well, I guess Pippy Fan Club could conceivably score. But at this point, I don't think Dead Fred can score in this half. Looks like he just wanted to do everything he could to prevent Pippy Fan Club from scoring. Hank the Ranger says, don't GFI. SP Beaver says, do GFI. The duality of man. Two-die block against the number 5 zombie Punky Brewster will result in a push. Push and a follow-up. Not so trusty Patches says, maybe GFI? Hank the Ranger says, Hail Mary to a Saurus. Sure, why not? A minute to go in turn number 7. Do or do not, there is no GFI. Boo! A couple of players in the left wide zone not doing anything right now. El Nubarino probably looking for a way to go after this ball. Wants to try to score in this half. Hank the Ranger said, missed the opening turn. Did Dead Friend receive the ball to start? He did indeed. Two-die blitz against B.A. Baracus is not going to work out. I'm sorry, it will just happen to work out. Both down result, B.A. Baracus gets KO'd. That's a great trade. It's not even a trade. It's you get knocked down, but who cares? You took out a flesh column. Well done. Turn 8 for Pippy the Ghoul. They can't score. Not sure what the game plan is now. Maybe a pass for some SPP. Try to save some players. Pippy Fan Club is going to get another turn here. Maybe just run the ball down pitch first thing anyway, just in case El Nubarino feels like he's going to do a cheeky pass to a Saurus. SP Beaver says, we need more injuries. Did you forget to turn up the injury modifier after your game? Turn it up? Wouldn't I need to turn it back down? 1 minute to play for Dead Fred. Considering his options, probably realizes at this point that he can't score, but what do? I think you just run the ball down pitch. Gonna take a blitz on the skink. I think this is a good blitz. Clean blitz against Britney Spears. This is a high dollar skink with the sidestep. Man, that almost sounds offensive. Britney Spears the skink. Didn't get anything out of it, unfortunately. Hey, the Rangers said, leave Britney alone. SP Beaver, how many L's were injured? Just one. With a pinched nerve. Not so trusty patches. Foul Britney! Yeah, I think this is a good move. Moving the ball carrier down pitch. Just in case El Nubarino gets any wise ideas. The calls for foul Britney are coming in. I don't think there's anybody to foul with. Unless the white can get there. Turn 8, final turn of the first half. No TRRs left. Lots of blocks to take here for Pippy Fan Club. An uphill skink block to can he even pass this far? Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Nope, a little too far away. Uphill skink block with Christina Aguilera. Get the ball, run forward, do a pass to Asaurus. SP Beaver with the uphill blocks. Let's go, let's see it. Oh yeah, Cliffy says can't pass after the blitz. Fair enough. Well, you know what you do? You do a dodge with Asaurus to a blitz. Cliffy says dodge blitz with Asaurus. What could go wrong? 1 minute left in the first half. Two-die block back in the middle of nowhere. Gets a push on Punky Brewster. Two-die block with the big guy. Double skulls. That's going to be the half. Oh no! And Bjork gets KO'd for taking the block. Takes the two-die block. What could go wrong? That's what can go wrong. The big guy's KO'd. He better hope he gets him back. We'll see what happens here in the second half. And he does come back. He gets back both KO'd players. Dead Fred gets back nobody, unfortunately. And so now, El Nubarino in pretty good shape here going into the second half. He's got a one-man player advantage. Pippy the Ghoul will be on defense. 10v9? 10v9 on the pitch. Pippy the Ghoul with a journeyman, I guess? Still don't quite understand how that happened. Are the zombies the linemen? The zombies are the linemen, right? Yeah, so I don't know what's going on there. Three skinks for El Nubarino. Those will be the targets. But he's got 6 Sauruses and a big guy to protect them. Cliffy says he picked it up as a merc. Alright. Alright. That's cool. SP here says 9v10. Yeah, one-man player advantage for Pippy Fan Club. Dead Fred can afford to get lucky here, or rather, wants to get lucky on the kickoff event table. If Dead Fred had a kicker, man, I might kick shallow, but... Claffy says you don't want to lose player advantage to the guy with all the stars. No, you do not. SB Beaver says, I mean, it's really only 9 versus 8.5. Skinks are only half a player. How dare you, sir? 10 seconds left to set up this defense. A 3-man spread line on defense here. And six linebackers, really. I guess 2 linebackers, 2 ends. That's it. All right. So this defensive line is going to get blocked down for sure. But he had to put 3 on the line one way or another. SB Beaver says those zombies are dead. Yeah, they are dead. I don't know why you don't put Tom the Dead on the line. Man, wouldn't it be something if player advantage changed by Pippy the Ghoul killing a skink and having it res as a zombie? That would be absolutely fantastic. The zombie would be off the pitch until the next drive, but still, I would love to see it. Six-man line so far for the Pippy fan club. Only 2 TRRs. Dead Fred needs to be looking to force El Nubarino to spend those as quick as possible. Not so trusty Patches says, I don't think he can res Stunty. Really? That's a shame. That's a shame. Here comes the kickoff. Quick snap. Oh, man. Pippy fan club, despite not having the fame advantage, it's working out on these kickoff events for them. Looking to not make this pickup roll. That'll be very good for them if they don't have to make, if they can make one less roll on their first turn. SP Beaver says, I'm still not over my favorite dwarf betraying me to join the undead. He has no choice in the matter, man. He died. Probably be it for the Pippy fan club. We'll see. He doesn't need all of these Sarses on the line. But, I mean, whatever. It's very intimidating. SP Beaver says, why not? Yeah, why not? I'd just be afraid of some of the faster players getting around this line. Wasn't able to pick up the ball. So turn 9 for the Pippy fan club. They'll have to make the pickup roll anyway, but first this line's going to get blocked down. I imagine we'll see Mariah Carey taking a block on the left side of the line first. She has the block skill. Nope. Urkel's going to take the block. Skillless block. It's going to save Mariah Carey for the blitz, perhaps. Good stun. Who's the next block going to be? Oh, it's going to be the blitz with Mariah Carey. Yes, indeed. 2-die blitz against MacGyver. Why can't I speak? And that'll be a clean hit. 8+ takes MacGyver off the pitch. It's not going to happen. 8+ rather breaks the armor. They could be stunned, but didn't happen regardless. Mariah Carey moves to the left to mark the number 4 white in the left wide zone. 2-die block back at center pitch. This is against the center defensive tackle, Alex P. Keaton. Hank the Ranger says, I wish the players that unwillingly joined undead teams kept their original team model. I would love to see a little Erraz undead dwarf zombie. That would be amazing. I would love that. I really hope they implement that in BB3. I would love that. Even if it's just a reskin on the same model, I would absolutely love that. Defensive line blocked down. Blitz has been taken. No more blocks left. Ball's got to be picked up and protected. The big guy freed up to move forward. Marks, the greatest American hero, in the right wide zone. That's the number 3 white. Whites are blitzers. Gets a tackle zone, an additional tackle zone on the ball, goes to pick up the ball. Good pickup. Has a a half-ish cage here at center pitch. I might have moved the Skinks forward and then moved the ball carrier up to match. Also didn't pick it up with Britney Spears. Britney Spears with the sidestep. SP Weaver says, who needs a cage? Who needs a cage when you've got this? So a very loose half cage in front of the Skink. The right and left defensive tackles stand up. Hank the Ranger says Blood Bowl 1 actually made your players look cooler as they level up. Level 6 Chaos Warrior would have super spiky armor and glowing eyes. Man, I barely remember Blood Bowl 1. I remember it had Dungeon Bowl, which was super fun. Not So Trusty Patches says, probably wants SPP on the other Skinks. That's an excellent point, in fact. Spreading out your SPP is a key part of Blood Bowl strategy. Good call. Tom the Dead, the Journey, or the Merc, the number 12 zombie, moves back down the backfield in the right wide zone. Mariah Carey in the left wide zone moves forward to mark the number 7 Saris. I'm sorry, Cliff Clavin marks Mariah Carey. And here's a Ghoul 2-die blitz on the Saris. Can you believe it? Clean hit too. I don't believe it. That's not straight dice. That's MacGyver dice. That's like dice with buzzsaws in it. Good blitz. Frees up MacGyver to move as well. .45 seconds to play in turn number 9. Looks like he's not going to move MacGyver. Oh, he moves MacGyver after all. Good call. MacGyver moves back into the safety position. 22 seconds to go. Take a 1-die block on the big guy. No, he can't take a 1-die block. He's already spent the blitz. Number 4, White, moves back to center pitch. And the Flesh Golem moves 1 space backwards. Trying to play some D here. Turn 10 for the Pippy fan club. Three blocks and a blitz to take on this turn. Deciding what he wants to do here, what blocks he wants to take first. He's going to take the left side line block first. Clean hit against Gwen Stefani. He's looking to increase his player advantage. Even if he doesn't, he can move the ball forward, so that's fine too. 2-die block on the right side of the line. That's going to be a push. He'll push to the right, and he'll get another block coming up with Alanis Morissette. Hasn't stood up Mariah Carey yet, which is interesting. There's the 2-die block against Punky Brewster again, and this time it works out. Good stun. Good stun. Hank the Ranger says, "Live, Punky!" Is he going to take the big guy block now? Still hasn't stood up Mariah Carey. Does this betray the fact that he's going to blitz with Mariah Carey? I think he is. Mariah Carey is skilled. She has the block skill. Backfield skank. Britney Spears moves forward. There's still Fiona Apple to do something with. Man, I hesitate to call this a loose cage. This is an X formation. Moves forward with the ball carrier. One space, still has to cross the line of scrimmage. 11 seconds to play in turn 10 for the Pippy fan club. Yeah, there's that blitz. Two-die blitz. This will work out against the white. Looking for 9+. Got it. There's the KO. Well done. Pippy the Ghoul finding themselves with fewer and fewer players on the pitch. They're down to 8 players. 2-man player advantage for the Pippy fan club. They take the roll with the big guy. This is going to fail again unless he spends the TRR. I don't know if he does. He does. He spent it and it didn't work out. 4 skulls in a row. Wow. Wow. Deliberated, spent the TRR, and it didn't work out. Wasted TRR, unfortunately. SB Beaver says at least he didn't get KO'd this time. That's very true. Turn 10 for Pippy the Ghoul. Can you believe this is only their second turn this half? It feels like an eternity. Minute 20 to play in turn 10. Pippy the Ghoul is still with all 3 TRRs left. El Nubarino spent 1 on the big guy. He's down to 1 TRR left for the game. Unless, of course, he gets a free one on a future kickoff. Advances Cliff Clavin to mark the number 7 Saurus. And what do you do? What do you do as this Necro team? You don't have your werewolf. You don't have your flesh golems. You have 1 flesh golem, Mr. Rogers. What do you do? Two-die blitz on the Saurus, Mariah Carey. This will work. This will not work out. It's either a both standing result or a push unless he spends the TRR. He's going to take the push. I think that's fair. The follow up. He won't follow up. He wants to move MacGyver somewhere. Moves MacGyver right back into a safety position. Coverage in the backfield. 20 seconds to play in turn 10 for Pippy the Ghoul. And we saw something similar in week 1 with Erectile Dysfunction versus Knee-High to Nuffle, where Nick Satan's team, Erectile Dysfunction, was down to, I think, 5 players on the pitch, and he put them to work. He made it work. He wasn't able to stop the score, but wow, he really put them to work. Hank the Ranger says that is a crafty position for MacGyver. It is. Good use of the blitz skill, too. Turn 11 now for the Pippy fan club. They must be feeling pretty good right now. They're going to mark whoever they can. They want to be taking hits. Or making hits, really. 2-die block on the left side of the cage. Cage-ish. Hit. So these hits on these zombies, even if you don't take them off the pitch, they only have an MA of 4. To stand up, it eats up 3 MA. That means that when they are prone, they effectively only have an MA of 1. That means they can't really go anywhere. If they want to blitz, it has to be a stand-up blitz right in the spot they're in. Well, I guess they could GFI. they could GFI out of it if they wanted. But as we all know, GFIs have a roughly 900% chance of failure. .47 seconds left to go. Only 2 players have been moved so far. Here's the blitz. Blitz against Tom the Dead. This is the Merc Zombie. Clean hit. Just slowly moving this ball down pitch. Or up the pitch, rather. Good hit. Maybe he steps this... Yeah, steps the source off to the side. Marks the flesh golem, number 2. 2-die block on the flesh golem. This will work out now. Wow, pushes them in toward the ball carrier. Pip's Pippy fan club trying to separate, to break apart this defensive cohesion here. 2 players now find themselves behind enemy territory. Hank the Ranger said, decline, stand firm. Yeah, I guess so. Not sure what that was about. Three seconds left. Where's the ball carrier gonna go? 2 steps forward, now crosses center pitch. Turn 11 now to Pippy the Ghoul. Not so trusty patches says free range skinks. Hank the Ranger says MacGyver is lurking. He is. He is. Cliffy says instead of caging the ball carrier, he's caging out the rest of the pitch. Mr. Rogers, the flesh golem and the zombie stand up. Failed dodge with the white. He's going to spend the TRR. This is a 3+. Works out. Blitz on the ball carrier. Here we go. Nope. He's not going to pass the GFI roll. Once again, GFIs fail 900% of the time. It's math. Look it up. Tried to go after the ball carrier. Didn't work out. Failed the GFI. Failed the second GFI. Hank the Ranger, or SP Beaver, lowered the GFI failure rate to 99%. It's doable now. Too little, too late, but maybe El Numerino can take advantage of it. Now he's going to take a whole lot of blocks. Two-die block against Mr. Rogers. Why are you going to do Mr. Rogers like that? This time stand firm is used. Claffy says, skink blocks, let's go! SP Beaver says, I think he's going to get fouled for that blitz attempt. It's two-man player advantage, right? I don't know. I don't know if I would foul. Maybe. Two-die block on the number 5 zombie. Punky Brewster, good hit. And Punky Brewster is taken off the pitch. Three-man player advantage now for the Pippy fan club. This is the bashiness of a Lizard Man team. And now, maybe I do start thinking about a foul. Sorry, Punky. I can't remember Punky's, was it her foster father? I can't remember his name. $52 seconds to go for the Pippy fan club. Moves Alanis Morissette into the left wide zone, cuts through this pack of Sauruses. Looks like he's going to shift the ball carrier to the left. Two skinks in the backfield, currently doing nothing. He's keeping them out of harm's reach. The blitz on MacGyver. Good hit. That was the only face that could do anything to MacGyver. But MacGyver stays alive. Clivey says, I think the ball is going right now. You think the ball's going right? Yeah, maybe. $15 seconds. $6 seconds. One of the skinks moves forward. Oh, are we going to see a foul of the greatest American hero? Ball carrier moves to the left. Yes, we are. One assist on this foul. Doesn't get anything out of it. Just 1 point shy of breaking the armor of the greatest American hero. Hank the Ranger says, I don't want to play against Lizards. I was really hoping not to get paired up against Lizards in my week 1 matchup, but what are you going to do? Pippy the Ghoul now. Turn 12. Final turn of the third quarter. The score is tied 0-0. It is still anybody's ball game, but currently in the favor of the Pippy fan club. They have a 3-man player advantage. They have ball possession. They're in good shape on the pitch. Dodge to a blitz on the ball carrier. Two-die blitz. This will work out. Where does the ball scatter? Oh, and Christina Aguilera is injured too. And she has a serious concussion. She's going to lose a point in armor value. She'll probably be sacked for that. That's unfortunate, but she had a great musical career and she had a decent Blood Bowl career, and I wish her the best in the future. An AV of 6 is all but worthless. Oh, I don't think you want to dodge in to pick up that ball. Ball's just fine where it is. The Sauruses are marked, so they can't go after it. They couldn't go after it if they weren't marked. Not so trusty Patches says, medic! Yeah, that's interesting. El Numerino decided not to use the apothecary. SP Beaver says 2 more left to injure, please. Yeah, these skinks are really the only players that have any realistic chance of carrying this ball. Man, we just talked about how Nick Satan made his team work when he was down to 5 players on the pitch. Dead Fred is making this team work. Two-die block is going to result in a push on the Saurus. Is he going to push it onto the ball and see what happens with the YOLO scatter? He is. He's not going to spend the TRR on that. But man, wouldn't that be something if that worked out? What a scatter! Wow! Claffy says, I wonder why he didn't use the apothecary. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he's saving it for Britney Spears, his leveled skink. I don't know. Just 8 seconds left to go. We're gonna see the zombie yeah. Gonna see the zombie dodge. 50% dodge. He's gonna spend the TRR. This brings it to a 75%. Good dodge. Is he gonna try to pick up the ball? He is! And he has picked it up! Dead Fred now in possession of the ball. He's got 3 seconds left. Does he do anything else with anybody else? I don't think he does. Turn 13. Wow! Fourth quarter begins. Possession changes. But I can't imagine the ball carrier is going to stay upright for long. 2-die block on the number 6 zombie is going to be a push. Not so trusty Patches says, did not see that coming. Me either. Here's the blitz on the ball carrier. 2 dice. Good hit. Urkel's going to get knocked down. Where does the ball go? Good thing he stays on the pitch. Oh, but he's stunned. That's a fantastic stun and a fantastic scatter as well for the Pippy fan club. They can take a 2-die block on the zombie here. Oh god, I thought he went for the pickup. Yep, here's the 2-die block on the zombie. Good hit. SP Beaver says pick it up with the SARS. I don't think that's a good idea. An uppercut to the face. Another good stun. Wow. Cliffy says, I think they would have liked that ball on the other side, but this works. It works out quite well with those 2 stuns. Very good stuns. Just 1 TRR left for each team. What do? Do you go off the ball now? Secure the pickup, make sure you have the TRR for it. Not that you need it. Or do you go for the blocks? I think you go for the blocks. Saurus moves in to mark the stunned zombie. Urkel. Yeah, 2-die block in the backfield. This is a good hit against Cliff Clavin. Another KO. Is that a 4-man player advantage? Bash, bash, bash. Dead Fred is running out of players to even do anything with. That's what happens when you're up against Lizardmen. They are tough. 6 Sauruses and a Croxagore? That is a lot of strength to deal with. SP Beaver says it's all up to MacGyver to stop this now. What trick does he have up his sleeve? Ball pickup. It's going to be with Britney Spears. Yes, indeed. That is the skink with sidestep. Good ball pickup. Lots of movement left. Man. Phew. I might have even gotten crazy with my movement, but yeah, it's probably better that she stays put. Good block with the Crocs. Turn 13 now. Pity the Ghoul is going to get their fourth quarter started here. What do you do? What do you do? You've got 6 players left on the pitch. Two dodges with MacGyver to an uphill block to a ball pickup to 2 dodges out to 3 dodges out. No, 2 dodges out. Minute 14. No action yet. Both teams running out of time. Pity the Ghoul currently in the advantageous position. They have cross center pitch. They've got a 4-man player advantage right now. They have the strength. They have the strength, they have the ball, they have the field position, but can Dead Fred strip this ball away and end up stealing the game from El Nubarino? He's looking for a way to do it. He only has 40 seconds left. Here's MacGyver. MacGyver moves in for an assist. Marks. Mariah Carey, 2-die block. It's going to have to be a push result. Follows up. Still marked by the Crocs. 30 seconds. What do you do with the white? What do you do with the white? Do you do anything with the white? If not, he's going to eat a 2-die block coming back. But where do you go? What do you do? Nothing. All right, turn 14 for the Pippy fan club. Tough situation for Pity the Ghoul. Decides not to roll dice. That's always a good bet. That's usually a good bet. 2-die block against the number 3 white, the greatest American hero. He's going to get pushed. Interestingly, decides not to push him here. Could have got another 2-die block out of it. Decides not to. Wants to free up Tori Amos. SP Beaver says we need to see a lot of skulls here. Currently, Britney Spears is free to dash down the left wide zone. It's in great shape to move this ball way down the pitch and keep it secure and separate it from Pity the Ghoul. Pity the Ghoul is pretty well sequestered, or at least can be. SP Beaver says, I'm pulling for a draw here, then playing an elf team next week. You take your licks. Wait, you're a chaos team. What are you talking about? Looking to set up a standard 4-point cage here. Gonna fill in the front left corner, the weak corner with a skink. I think that's a fair call. This leaves the number 5 Saris left to do some blitzing duties. Where's the first block? First block with the Crocs. Man. Man. Oh, and he tried. He really wanted to spend it. Spend the reroll. Failed the loner roll. Oh my goodness. What? What? Wanted the knockdown with the big guy. Spent the TRR. Failed the loner roll. Got knocked down on the both down results and got KO'd. Wow. 3-man player advantage now? 2-man player advantage. Not so Justy Patches says, Bjork is a dancer in the dark now. 2-man player advantage now. Pity the Ghoul with 3 turns left to do something. They've got to end turn 15 in scoring position if they want to win this game. They might be thinking about playing for a tie. We'll see. Pretty fairly out of position. If he doesn't go after the ball carrier, then I have to imagine the Pippy fan club is going to score on turn 15. 2-die block. Here we go against Lisa Loeb. Good hit. SP Beaver says, how do they stop a score from this position? You take the uphill block and you pray to Knuffle. That's what you do. Just 2 players left to take actions with. 1 minute remaining in turn 14. SP Beaver says, solid plan. I mean, what else are you going to do? Of course, you put MacGyver at risk, but he's MacGyver. Hank the Ranger says, kill Saurus now. That's certainly an option. Ninja Glappy with the raid. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Dodges out. MacGyver takes the foul on the Saurus. Gets a KO out of it. I don't think it's going to be good enough. But now it's just a one-man player advantage on the pitch. 7v6. Wow. Unfortunately, this is going to result in a score more than likely. El Nubarino, in fact, might even feel comfortable moving the ball down the pitch and stalling for one more turn. Ninja Glappy asks, how's the game going? Tied up. Very good game so far. Lots of injuries, not so many players left on the pitch. But it looks like Pippy fan club is going to get a score here, but we'll see. It's not over yet. 2 turns left. SB Beaver says, awful for me. Yeah, he's going to stall for one more turn. We'll move this cage down pitch. He's going to keep it in the exact same formation. He's going to keep Fiona Apple over here on the weak side. 3 massive Sauruses on the other 3 corners. And now, 3 players left to do something with. 1 possible hit to take here. It's 4v4 right now. He's skilled. He might want to take the 1-die skilled block against the Flesh Golem, Mr. Rogers. If not, he could bring an assist in. Was the werewolf KO'd? If the werewolf is KO'd, then I'm hoping for a riot. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, he's going to bring Tori Amos in for an assist. 2-die block against Mr. Rogers. It's going to be a push. Stand firm. Mr. Rogers is going to go nowhere. He stands firm with his resolve to be a good person. Turn 15 now for Pippy the Ghoul. What do? Do you take a 2-die? Do you take a 2-die uphill blitz? A 2-die, 2 GFI uphill blitz with 2, with at least two dodges. It's 1, 2, 3, 5 dodges. Is that what you do? One of them's a -4 dodge. Clappy says, bloop it up. If Pippy the Ghoul wants to stay alive here and not have to rely on getting back a werewolf and a riot, he's got to make something happen. Otherwise, he can play to conserve his team, not put them into undue harm, play a little more strategically, and play for the future of the competition in the league, rather than the season, rather than for the future of the game. Gonna blitz with Urkel. With MacGyver, I'm sorry. 2-die blitz with MacGyver. Whoa, no. Why did he spend the spent the TRR? He had a both down result. That would have been good enough. Maybe didn't see it in the heat of the moment. Maybe he wanted the push instead. Here's the foul. That might have been what he was looking for. To get the push, to get the assists. Only gets a stun on Mariah Carey, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, the Star says block. Good call. Good call. So both down would not have been good enough. That's it, unless he wants to take a 1-die block with the Flesh Golem. Mr. Rogers against Tori Amos. Straight up 50-50 roll. So he's not going to go after the ball. He's going to go down 1-0 here. He'll have at least 1 turn left. We'll see what happens on the kickoff result. Yeah, here's the score. 1-0. Pip's Pippy Fan Club takes the lead in turn 16. Pippy the Ghoul will have 1 turn left. If they get back their werewolf and there's a riot on the pitch, on the kickoff, they could tie this game up. Nobody comes back for the Pippy fan club. That's good for Pity the Ghoul. 3 players come back, but it is not the werewolf. Does he have enough speed? Does he have enough speed? Let's see. Who's his fastest guy? It's the white with 6, I think. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 GF5s. So he can still do it with the white. The Ghoul. That's a good call. Where is the Ghoul? Ghoul is 7. MacGyver. Oh, man. If MacGyver can pull out a draw here, please make that happen. Please make that happen. MacGyver with the speed of 7. So the whites or MacGyver, both of them have an opportunity here to try to win the game. You can see El Nubarino is cognizant of this fact. He's going to pull players way back deep. Just going to put the 3 players he has to put on the line. Claffy says, not great odds for the Riot, but I suppose it's possible. Yes, but you're not considering the MacGyver factor. You didn't realize he built a helicopter. After that TD, when everybody was celebrating, he built a helicopter out of grass blades and Amazon boxes. Life is at 7v9? I think so. Let's see. 5 to 9. Yeah, 7v9. So now the player advantage is in Pity the Ghoul's favor. If they can get a Riot, they can tie this game up. Where is MacGyver? MacGyver's back to receive. He needs to be up on the... Oh. It looks like he's not going to play to try to win. He's going to play to try to get as many hits as he can. I hope he still tries to play the win, though. The whites can still move down pitch. 2 players back to receive. Hank the Range says, let's get the party started. Yes, indeed. It's a 7-man line versus a 3-man line right now. Pity the Ghoul is looking for vengeance. If there is a Riot, he can still score. No TRRs left for either team. Pulls out one of the whites. No, he's looking to save the whites, which might actually be a better decision, but I want to see a score. All right, here's the kickoff. He still has 1 white on the line. High kick. It's not going to be enough. Final of this game is going to be 1-0, but Pity the Ghoul is going to leave by trying to block down 3 Sauruses. Here we go. B.A. Baracus perhaps first. Mr. Rogers perhaps first. We'll see. Three blocks and probably a foul to close out this game. And Claffy says, hopefully ending up with a fouling one. Foulsaurus Rex. 2-die block works out against Jewel. Looking for a 10+ to break armor. Doesn't get it. Next block with Mr. Rogers. After he blocks down the line, he's probably going to try to get some SPP here in the backfield. 2-die block. He's going to get a push. He will not follow up. He will follow up. All right. Does that mean he's going to take a 1-die block against Alanis Morissette? He can move a player in to make it 2. Yep, he'll move a player in. He'll take a 2-die block now with the white. Good hit against Alanis Morissette. 10+. Taking these parting shots. 10+. Doesn't get it. Has a blitz left. Also has a pass that he might want to do. And a foul he could take. Not in great position for a foul, but, you know, not bad. Going to try to get some SPP on the pass. Needs to move a space away. Yep. Going to try to pass to MacGyver here. Get some SPP on the white. Good pass. Well done. Smart play. And now, time to take a blitz. Maybe take a foul. Here's the blitz. Blitz on Tori Amos. Good hit. Well done. Doesn't get anything out of it. But now, the foul. He can move the blitzer forward to get a tackle zone on Alanis Morissette. He decides not to foul. Boo! Well done to both coaches. Very well played game. 1-0 is the final score. Avril Lavigne is the MVP. Unfortunately, she is injured. I don't know what her injury is. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Not so trusty Patches says, great game. That was a great game. SP Beaver says, what about the GG foul? Yeah, that's just rude. No GG foul? Come on. Balky Bartakamus, the werewolf, picked up the MVP. He gets 5 SPP. That's very, very good. We'll take a look at the stats real quick here. Ball possession pretty even for both players. Pips Pippy Fan Club with 54 blocks succeeded, as you would expect from a lizard team. 21 blocks by Pity the Ghoul. Oh man, 9 KOs in this game and 1 injury. Well done. Not too many SPP for this game. The Pips Pippy Fan Club picked up 8 SPP. So did Pity the Ghoul. Well done for both teams. Hank the Ranger says, that was a horrible game for the ground. Yeah, the ground just did not pull their weight in this game. But that'll do it. That's the final. 1-0 is the score. The Pips Pippy Fan Club is going to move into second place, right behind Tracksuit Mafia. Before we leave, we can take a look at the schedule. Final game of the week will be tomorrow night. That's Monday, January 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is Irish Wristwatch at Dead Man's Party. Irish Wristwatch. Venger's Underworld team versus Dead Man Party. That is Malik's Necro team. Underworld versus Necro. That'll be tomorrow night, Monday, January 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The pregame will start at 6:50 p.m. and the stream will go live at 6:35 p.m. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I had a blast. Play Blood Bowl. It is a fantastic game. What an amazing competition this has been so far. And we're still in week 2. So many injuries, so many hits, so many great plays, lots of great coaching. I mean, this has been fantastic. I am looking forward to more here in the Chaos Cup in the coming weeks, and for more in the future competitions this season. So if you like the game, be sure to pick up Blood Bowl 2. You can pick it up on Steam, or you can pick up Blood Bowl at your friendly local game store. But until tomorrow night, have fun, guys. Play Blood Bowl, and have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.
What